I want you to think to yourself, do you know anyone that has tried committing suicide or has committed suicide? Personally, I did. I lost 2 friends to suicide. Almost lost my aunt to suicide. She was in a coma for a month, had to relearn how to walk, and her long-term memory is not good anymore. My family and friends almost lost me, and I'm still here today after a few attempts. I never ended my life. Just like an author uses a semicolon to continue his sentence instead of using a period. I used my own semicolon. So I have a tattoo to remind myself that I never ended my life and I'm still here fighting today. And the ribbon is also the suicide awareness ribbon. So I want you to know that suicide is very real today and that you should help raise awareness. So today I'm going to talk to you about why you should help raise awareness, how you can raise awareness, and even some warning signs of depression. Alright, so first of all, why do people want to commit suicide? Well, according to Hopeline, a few examples are mental or physical abuse, depression, helplessness, physical and mental pain, loneliness, guilt, deep sadness, and rejection. A statistic by SAVE is depression affects 20 to 25% of Americans over the age of 18 in a single given year. That's a big chunk of people being affected by depression, and it's still not have enough awareness today. Depression leads on to suicide. You're too depressed to live. You don't want to live anymore. And that's another reason why you should try to help raise awareness. Second of all, warning signs. Here to Help says that some of the signs of depression are sleeping less or more than usual. Usually it's sleeping more because you're sluggish and not wanting to do much. Avoiding friends or family. Eating more or less than usual. Usually it's less because you are too drained to eat, you lost your appetite. Feeling sad or hopeless for long periods of time. Hearing strange thoughts or voices that no one else hears. Drinking more alcohol or using more drugs than usual. This is because you put yourself into a substance that's not the outside world. You try to get your mind off things. More warning signs by National Suicide Prevention Lifeline are family history of suicide, mental disorders, job or financial loss or loss of a relationship. Say you were in a relationship for about 5 years, you just broke up. Some will be very depressed because that was your entire life for 5 years. So the next visual aid I have is a quote. And it says, "Suicide does not end the chances of life getting worse. Suicide eliminates the possibility of it ever getting better." This is true because suicide, people think, is a solution to a temporary problem, a permanent solution. You should never think in that route. You should think that this temporary problem is going to go away. You can get through this. So, lastly, how can you help and why? If there is an emergency, call 911. But if possible, call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. Or even tell someone, tell a professor, tell someone with higher authority so you can help them, help your friend out. You should help because suicide is serious. No one should suffer. According to Suicide Awareness Voices for Education, the 10th leading cause of death in the U.S. for all ages is suicide. Also, according to SAVE, there's every 13 minutes someone can commit suicide. There's 1 suicide for every estimated 4 suicide attempts in the elderly. And over 38,000 Americans commit suicide every year. That is a good chunk of people. And these are all by SAVE. According to Help Guide, when talking to a suicidal person, be yourself. Don't act like you're better than them because they feel helpless. Listen to them, be accepting to their problems, their worries. Offer hope, and ask if suicide is what they're wanting to achieve. It's not putting the idea of suicide in their mind. It's trying to see where they're at. And if and they say they want to commit suicide, that's a high level risk, and then you have to call 911, or should call 911. Don't argue. Say suicide is wrong. Then they'll make them feel less hopeless or more hopeless. Don't blame yourself, and don't promise confidentiality. If you promise confidentiality, they're never going to confide in you again, because you should go tell someone of a higher authority. So in conclusion, you should be aware of suicide awareness and try to help those in need. Next time you know someone battling depression and contemplating hurting themselves permanently, please help them. For my last visual aid is speak up. Speak up. Don't help your friends suffer anymore. Please help them. Thank you.